And now, the reason we got out of bed this morning. For music and the spoken giggles, Singing Mama and AuntieB are our very own soulful duets.
Good morning, everybody.
Hello. We have some.
We do
On purpose.
on purpose and everything.
Who is it?
Right there. Oh, right.
You see it. That's right.
He's here on time and everything.
We're so happy.
It's Adam Branch.
How you doing, Adam?
Wonderful. How about
Good.
yourself?
Doing okay.
Doing well. Getting excited.
Which one are you
Right.
singing?
You?
Was it?
Oh, that was me.
Not me. Although I do like bells.
You ever seen that movie Rocket Man?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah,
which one? The old one or the new one?
The old one.
Yes.
And
It
look
was
at me.
Julie.
You both
It
are on the
was
same
Julie.
path.
Morning,
That's
Jenny.
awesome. Jenny. Have you seen The Chosen? The lady that plays Mary Magdalene looks just like you. She's gorgeous.
She looks
just
a lot like
you
you.
are. You gotta see it if you haven't. I saw that episode 6
Mm-hmm.
last night
Twirly,
from
twirly.
season 2, and man, I was like, that's just like Jenny.
I know you told
Our
me.
Miss America. Have you seen it? The Chosen, Adam? Oh, it's
No,
so
I
No,
cool.
it is so good. You should seriously watch it.
TV.
It's on YouTube.
It's on the app. It's on the
It's
Chosen
on YouTube
app.
too.
Just saying, it's free.
It's free.
And
It's
yeah,
not-
no, I'll just,
You don't
It's
have
all
to watch it. It's all good. It's all programming. At some point, I would agree.
This one's really good though.
But I would submit to you that if all of it's programming, then all of it's programming.
That means this is programming too.
It's just a thought. It's just a thought.
Chosen is
I
a
mean,
series. This
could
is
be. Those are not mine.
Okay, I have YouTube. OTV.
No.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
No, it doesn't have to be your intention. I just was saying
Hey, Meta
it's
messages.
not always all or nothing, right?
Well, I mean, right now it is.
Cause I
Is
want
it?
all.
I love you so much already.
All on the line.
Mother of messages, hello.
Hello, everyone. So
Top of the
today
You're doing
we
good.
are talking about letting go of our doubts, getting through them together. And hello, Christy. Huggaroos all, y'all. And how to do that. Lately, a lot of anxiety and doubts have been on my mind about a few different things. And it's really hard for me, when I have to, hey Deborah, hi Tammy, when I have to make a choice that involves possibly leaving my children with someone else, and that's anybody, that goes with anybody, the fear of what if they can't get a hold of me, what if, something happens, and I've always been like this, and it's really hard to get over something that you've been doing for, almost 2 decades. And so it's really hard. So I know that I need to put more trust in God and in my kids, and and try to get over that or get through that or something. And so I felt like, I know I'm not the only mom that feels that way about their kids, and I know it's a really hard thing for some people. Some people were like, "Oh, Jacob, please." you know, no matter how much they drive me nuts at times, it still is hard for me to not say goodbye, but just like just be gone for a little bit, even if it's just to the store sometimes. And I think that's a part of, an abandonment issue thing, I'm sure, with us and when we were little and all this other crap. And yeah, it's crap. I said it.
I know. You heard me looking, didn't you? You heard me looking because you weren't looking
at me. I heard you looking at me. And, and it's just really hard because, and it's not necessarily a control thing. I mean, I'm sure that's in there too. But I think it's more of, I'm not there to protect them. I'm not there to, make the boogeyman go right away or the anything like that. Because for a long time I've been the protector, the
mama
bear, the mama bear. Yeah, that's what it is.
Singing mama bear.
The singing mama bear. And it's hard when they get to a certain age where they feel like they can handle anything, and then they watch a scary movie and they're like, "Mom, can I sleep in your room?" I'm like, "No, you can handle anything, remember?"
Mm-hmm.
And so, and it's hard to not see them as the little kids, but as the bigger kids, getting older and fending for themselves.
Yep.
And so, yeah, there's a lot of stuff involved in that. And I figured if I was feeling that way, then others might be feeling that way too. And
Hopefully.
so, yeah, hopefully. No, go off in the world by yourself. Even yesterday, I was telling Maddox, he's like, because he was like, "I don't think I'm ever going to have a good girlfriend or anything." I'm like, "Dude, you're going to have a girlfriend."
How old is he?
He's 13. And,
okay.
He's homeschooled. So, I mean, there's obviously he's not going to have a girlfriend at school. But, but, I said, you're good.
Shouldn't be worried about that. 13-year-olds shouldn't be worried about that.
I agree. But, he's,
That's the way that,
he sees movies and stuff. And, he's, because we were talking about, because I was like, I don't really care if you guys stay here forever, until you get married or something. And then he's like, "Oh, I don't think that's going to happen for a really long time." And I said, "You never know." He goes, "Well, I'm not going to be going to school. I'm not going to be doing this." I said, "But if the schools go back to how they're supposed to be, then, I don't have a problem with you going back to school. But it's them trying to force everything on everybody, and that's not okay." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, how long do you think it's going to take?" I'm like, "I don't know, school. I mean, you still have another year of junior high before high school even starts." And so, see? Yes, exactly, Christy. And it's so hard when you have to let go and let God, basically. And, you got to trust that God has them. But at the same time, it's like your human mind is fighting with the godly side, and you're just like, ah. He's like, they're at war with each other. Not really, but just in the confusion state, I guess. And I know that Lucifer is the father of all confusion and lies and all this other stuff. And it's just, that's where my mind is.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And I get that, Tammy, too. I mean, I've seen
I would say you manifest what you worry about.
Yeah.
Agreed. Definitely.
Yeah.
Because what you spend most of your energy on is what brings about,
happens.
right?
And see, that's what I'm talking about, is getting through that, so that I don't manifest the fears. I want to manifest, them having a good time, and then being safe, and then doing this and this and this that are all the positive things. But how do I get there?
That's perfect.
without creeping in the fears,
right?
Of all the other crap. And I know the whole praying above the fears and everything that we've talked about, and I totally want to do that. And I'm really trying. Like today I started doing that, and I was just like, okay, I need you to take just all my doubts and just just take them. I'm like, I give them to you. And I'm still in the process of the givings. And so
It's really tricky right now because we're in this time that we're in.
exactly.
It's just never happened before. So
Right.
it's just people that want to go back to normal. Normal isn't gonna be what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So school, everything is finna change.
Well, I think it'll be eventually back to where it should be, and not even the old normal, that it was. I mean, like the way that, when Maylee started school, my youngest, I hated it. And it wasn't just the fact that she was going to school. It was the fact of how her teacher was with me, the fact of how the principal was with me. And I've never had issues with teachers or principals. I've always been welcomed in the classroom and with my other kids. I've always, they wanted us to be involved. And this teacher was not like that. And I did not appreciate it at all.
We can't tell.
And I was very, very perturbed. And I wanted to punch her in the face. I didn't, but I wanted to. And then one day, because I would go in and eat breakfast with Maylee, and we went out, and I went to go take her to her class. The principal comes up to me, and she grabs Maylee's hand and says, "I will take her to her class." I'm like, why? She grabbed her hand out of my hand. Okay. And that was the last day that Maylee was in school. The next day, I went to the state, the county office. I was like, what do I need to do to pull my kid out of school? They're like, just sign this paper and you'll be good. I'm like, okay.
So you shouldn't have
I
to
did
do
it.
that. You shouldn't have to sign no papers to not want to take your kid to school. It's your child.
Right. We shouldn't have to ask a teacher to go see your child either, but
imagine what they do when you're not there. Imagine what they do in work schools.
Exactly. And that's what all goes in my head. I'm like, what are they really teaching him? What's really going on? She's not letting me in the classroom. What's really going on in there that they don't want me to see?
People need to understand that there can't be anything like that. You're sending first of all, you're supposed to spend time with your child, not the teachers. Right? They go home and they spend maybe 2 hours with their parents, looking them in the face. Other than that, they're at school or they're doing homework or they're asleep.
And see, for the homework thing, that's hard too, because like doing the homeschooling, I love doing that compared to them going to school all day long and then coming home and doing 2 hours worth of homework and then having an hour and a half to let all their craziness out before they go to bed. With
Still
homeschooling, they get pretty much, exactly. And it's just, they pack their lives so full, they don't have time for anything, even family time. And that's, I think, the
parent, you have to quarterback all that shit and cook, clean, deal with whatever else you have going on with your job or your partner,
shopping and all the other stuff.
That's how they set this whole thing up. You're constantly fight or flight mode.
And it's hard. And so that's where my fears and doubts come in. It's mostly for my kids. And of course, Chad while he's at work. That's literally life or death. Literally on many occasions. And it's
so
just
swallowing. I'm not saying that his job isn't as important or anything. I'm saying it's really important. But, life or death is in God's hands, not ours, right?
Oh, true. Yeah, but it doesn't make you not worry.
But how do you get from one place to the other? Because I think that's the point of all of this that we're talking about. So what is it that gets you out of constant worry, right? Into a place of,
Yeah, I pray all the time. Like,
if you want to get from one place to another, you have to move. You have to take that step. You know what I'm saying? Yep,
that's true. Sorry, somebody's calling me.
I didn't mean to interrupt y'all. My my internet is lagging.
That's okay. We all are dealing with it as best we can. I think we're doing okay. You're doing great, Adam.
I think we take a call. Hold on just a second.
Well, we're going to talk while we're holding. So, Adam.
Okay.
Yes. What is the step that you take to get from one place to the other? Because it's different for everybody. What is it that was your worry, and what did you do to get out of the worry? Or what do you do when it comes back? And now I'm ringing. Okay, that's awesome. Go ahead.
I would like to start by saying I did not have a terrible childhood. Like, I can't complain. I don't have anything to complain about. So, but man, I mean, that's the thing. If you're thinking that something's worrying you or something's bothering you, that's minuscule compared to, I mean, most of the time it is compared to really what's going on in the world, you know? And he said that's an ego thing because you're so worried about, you know, this phone bill or, you know, something like that, when there's literally people that wake up in fear for their lives.
Agreed.
People worry about the wrong things. You know, they need to be worrying about how we're gonna get the truth out, or how we're gonna, you know.
That's still worry, though, right? Like, I'm trying to get from not worrying, right? From worry, this place of worry, over here to action. So even everybody has different worries, right? And I think it would be kind of dismissive of me to say that what you're concerned about is not as important as what I am. Right. Just for the basis of this conversation, because I agree that there are bigger things. There's always somebody who has something really big going on that could be bigger than what we have going on. But in order for us to get out there and help them, we have to get out of our own worry. So with that premise in mind, how do you get from worry to action? Because that's what you said, right, is the place that's out of worry. So tell me what the step is for you.
You have to just have to make your mind up. Like, are you going to sit here and wallow around in your pity, or are you going to make a move?
Excellent. Does any movement help?
Yes. Any movement away from what you're doing that's got you stuck.
Absolutely. So where were you stuck? Because I want to give an example that's personal to you, because you're our guest today, and apparently she's doing something else, and so I get to take over. I know. I hit the heart.
I was, I mean, stuck program. That's how I was.
Okay.
And then,
so how did you get out from?
About 4:30 one morning, a little over a year and a half ago, something tapped me on my heart and said, "It's time to go." I woke up crying, like tears of joy.
Nice.
I don't know how to explain it, really. It's just
crying is an action.
Totally changed right there. Bam.
That's wonderful. So what did you do that day then to get you into gear, into action?
What did I do? That's tough.
Sorry. Okay.
What happened now?
Just asking him to, because he was talking about.
I think what happened was I came across the law of one, right? I started researching something, and I can't remember what it was exactly, but literally one of the first things I came across was the law of one, and that resonated with me, you know, like nothing else had before. So I did a lot of studying on that, and Nikola Tesla, frequency, all kind of, like Dr. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Stephen Greer, you know, Cannon, all these people. I mean, there's so many people out here with great information, but a lot of people just aren't ready for that type of stuff.
Receptive.
Yeah.
So what was the question she was asking you before? I wasn't here.
What got unstuck?
Unstuck? Like from your doubts and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there with a lot of good information. Yeah, I would say that the thing that's worked best with me is, I mean, going with my gut is usually been the best option. Whatever has resonated with me, something that makes sense.
You have a brain in your.
It's true. We do have brains, and it's an interesting thing to the fact that, like we'd been talking about homeschooling for a while, but we'd never actually done it. And then it was mainly his first year in school, and then all that stuff happened. I'm like, well, there we go. There it is, right there.
Yeah. Another thing with school, you're steadily teaching these kids the past. Why the past? Let's move to the future. They're keeping us caught in that negative, war-ridden past.
Well, and a lot of it's not even true. That's the sad thing. Right. That's the crappy point. Is that they're deciding what they get to learn, rather than teaching them the actual. Sorry, not working. Teaching the actual things that happen. They're deciding what the kids should learn, rather than what.
And they're told what to do from day one. You wake up to an alarm clock, out of a good sleep, and that starts you out in the lymphatic nerve system, fight or flight, literally every day from a child. Then you go to this prison. They tell you what to do, what to learn, where to go, when you can use the bathroom, what to eat. Then you go to college, maybe, or you get a job, and then you're stuck there for the rest of your life. I mean, it's sad.
Yeah, it can be.
There's so many people that have just lived, worked, and died that didn't get to do anything they wanted to do in life.
Yeah, Chad's dad was a coal miner all his life, and he died of black lung. So it's like
I mean, I ain't gonna say for nothing because he took care of y'all, so it wasn't for nothing, but it was for the system. Right?
Yeah, and Chad could say a few choice things about that, but then Chad got into coal mining too. He's been doing that for now almost consecutively about 20 years. It's been between like 15 and 20 years, I think, altogether. But
coal mining.
Oh wait, maybe not that many. Maybe almost 10 years altogether. Because he's been like a security officer and a bunch of other stuff. But anyways, going back to we go off on tangents sometimes. In case none of you ever know that. You okay, Bree? You look like you have something to say.
As we move forward with this new technology, though, that's going to come out, there will be no more coal mining, drilling, nothing that harms the earth, not even nuclear, splitting the atom, nothing.
I am all for things that do not harm the earth.
Me too.
I am not for things that harm people in saving the earth, though I think there's something to be said about protecting people and the planet
at the same time.
Right, we're all a piece of this planet.
Right, and that's what I love. I think that the things that we have known about that have been little by little taken away are things that we are now going to be able to get back. Yeah. This is what I think God means when he wants us to take over the occupation of the enemy. That means you're your own doctor now. You're your own, mechanic for your car now. You get to decide. The choices have always been ours. We just didn't always know it.
Right.
Yeah. Right. But we know it now. We know we have choices now.
That's straight up programming.
Right. Right. But saying that you have a choice, is that programming? Because if it's all programming, then yes. But what if it's not all programming?
Is it reprogramming?
I'm saying this for a reason.
Right. Yeah, I mean, our brains are quantum computers. They're
so much better. They're so much better.
A neuropath is a neuropath, regardless of if it's good or bad.
But anything that you believe in strongly enough, if you absolutely believe it and manifest it, that's stronger than any quantum computer. So what I'm saying is we have abilities that no piece of machinery we can create does.
Yeah, for sure.
So I want to express that to you, because when we say to ourselves, if I believe it and I put it out there and it happens and I keep repeating this cycle, what can we not do? What can we not accomplish? where would our worry be then? And I believe that's what you were saying with the action. Take action, right?
Right.
So, to get those worries away, to get yourself into a position to take action,
you gotta pray just to make it today.
Praying is very, very good. So, I wanted to ask you guys what you do. If praying is what you do, how do you pray? Because some people will pray in a way that makes them feel sadder. Right? When you're praying like, oh my gosh, my wife sucks. I need this. God help me with all of these things. When we have power to do a lot of these things ourselves, what helps us then? Because something helps you. You're happy.
Well, I like the happy. Tell me. Praying above the fear is what we've always talked about.
Right.
Is praying, to help things get better, not to pray in the fear. That makes sense.
I know you got stuff to say down there, little redhead. I know it.
Little red. Little red.
It's just this kind of stuff really is hard to talk about because it's situational.
I agree.
There's so many different aspects to things that I'm not gonna say people don't understand. I don't understand a lot, but we're talking about literally the collective manifesting this whole reality. This construct, this night and day, the moon, So, like you said, programming is programming. So, it's difficult.
I think there's a lot of semantics involved too, and you have said it before that our language can limit us. So if we come to some basic understandings and have agreements on what they mean, we can work on that. And this helps us to have a commonality between each other and build upon it, right? So I'm going to tell you what I do to get from worry place to action place. This is an example for both of you to be able to tell me what you do to get from worry place to action place. Okay, Jamelia, this is your show and you're just out there.
I was talking and then you took over.
That's because I was trying to get you guys to stick to the subject that you picked up.
Why are you whispering?
Because she listens really good when I whisper. That's the other way around, I thought. And yet here we are.
You're not whispering.
I'll start doing the whisper song.
There's a whisper song.
So what I do, you guys, is can you hear me still okay? Because I set the microphone down. Okay. So when I'm having a really hard moment, I have to get out of that. And my way to do it is singing, right? But if I can't get myself even to singing, I put my hands up like this, like I win. Right? Okay. I win. Like I have already won, and I do it with purpose. Just like I would if I won the big game. Right? Or like somebody was so happy because of whatever, and I was like, yes, happiness, or yes, love. And for me, this is like a shouting praise to God. Okay, that's how it feels for me. And I'm just like, God did all that. He is so cool, and He loves me. And I bring it back down to my heart. Okay.
Right.
For some reason, this action here is easier for me to do than singing some days. And when that happens, it sends love just through my whole body, and I can move to the next step. But this action here, and I swear to you, I will fight with it.
Can I tell you that pose you did right there is one of the 12 power poses.
Sweet.
So they do yoga poses. They line up geometrically with the planet. The energy grid of the planet.
Yep, that's one of them. It's like the hero's pose or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or the warrior's pose.
I don't know him.
Warrior's
it's
pose.
literally
You go like that, and then you do a lunge.
Nice. I didn't know that. So that's what I do. Okay. Jamelia, what do you do? so fun. Sorry. Good morning, Todd.
Thanks. The story untold, 7/4/21. Is that your birthday this year?
Hey.
Probably not your due date, because you type.
That's Frank's birthday.
Oh yeah, July 21st. Nope.
Cool. Good job.
There's a 21.
You're on top of it today.
July
My birthday's tomorrow.
It is. I forgot until just now when you said it.
Oh my gosh. That is so cool.
Happy birthday tomorrow.
How old are you going to be?
Moving be.
30.
30?
30 and 40, that's right. 30, 40, and 50.
Goodness. That is fantastic. Okay, we will save at the end. We singing to you. So just you. Okay, we can do it now. We can totally do it now if you need us to
right now.
We will do it.
Ready? Everybody together.
Happy
birthday to you.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Adam Branch. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Are we in a poetry reading?
Those eggs, you are 30, man, tomorrow.
30 years old.
That's awesome.
It's 3 decades.
Right?
Good job. Way to go.
Thank you.
You did that all on your own, didn't you?
All by my lonesome.
So, Adam, how do you get from the worry place, the place of inaction, to action? What is it that helps you? Like my example, I want to know what you physically do, what you do to do something.
I sit there for a second and really think about what it is that's got me held down.
Nice.
How to work on that. Is it, if you can think about it and think about every possibility, everything you could try, everything you could do right there sitting in that one spot without wasting a bunch of energy. And then when you have an idea that works how you want it to work, and then you move.
So you take your action to get to action is thinking. That is action. I would agree with you on that.
Right. Every thought has a frequency.
Right.
Frequency is energy.
Okay. I love it. All right, Jamelia. What do you do from worry to action?
I already said it.
You said you pray above the fear. But how do you get to, because there's a space in between, right? The worry to the pray above the fear.
A million times.
So you guys are similar to like.
And it's like, because I think I do the same thing. I'm like, okay, so this could happen, and then this could happen, and then this could happen. But then that kind of makes me worry more. And then I have to force myself the other way. And like, but then they could have a lot of fun. Like for instance,
I like it. So you play going.
Yeah. And then I'm like, but then I'll miss them. But then they'll have fun, and they won't care. And then they're going to realize this when they're older and they have kids. True, but that's not right now. We need to think about right now. And then, I had a conversation with myself in my head. See, right now. And, and so then I come and talk to you. I was like, what do you think about this? And of course I talked to Chad about it. And, and then he's like, well, what does Bree say? And I was like, well, sometimes I say, well, this is what she says. And then some other times I'm like, I haven't talked to her about it yet. I want to talk to you first. And it just depends on how pressing it is on my brain, on my heart and everything. Because if it feels like an urgent thing and Chad's not here, if he's at work, I can't really ask him anything. So, that's when I come to you and ask you what your opinion is about it. And then you usually tell me your opinion, or you're like, well, have you asked the Jesus? And I'll be like, sometimes. And sometimes I'll be like, and so there's a lot of things.
It's
true. It's very busy.
But that's good. You have a lot of, it's very good. It's good to keep our minds occupied as long as we know that we have the focus, right? Mm-hmm. The focus, the purpose that's in each one of us. Adam's is different than mine. Mine is different than yours slightly, right? We all have slightly different end game. I think we're all headed the same way. We all want the same stuff. But in the meantime, the path that we are going to be leading, right, is going to be slightly different because everybody is slightly different.
Right. And Chrissy listens to music. It calms down her worries.
Definitely. Speaking of music, I know somebody has they were going to put on here last time, right? You have a new one for us?
Adam?
I'm not really sure. Did y'all do number 10?
We did not, because we were going to do it with you on here.
Oh, okay. So we didn't, because you had to go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You're helping your daddy, man.
Hey, we're glad you can help him. We're glad you can help anyone in your family, anyone. So we love that. We honor that in you. Can we play that? That'd be cool.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, your music helps, and I've heard it because I watched it when you were doing it with Kevin, and I love it. And I feel like blessed that you would be willing to share that here. You guys want to hear Adam, right? Right? Everybody wants to hear him. We love him.
They all love his face.
And he is so talented, and his stuff, some of it makes me like want to get up and be like, yeah, all right, I'm standing out with you now. And then this other one, this time, it just more makes me feel like he gets it. He totally gets it.
Okay, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go like this.
Awesome.
There he is, right up top. That's our Adam. Oh, yeah. Awesome.
My intuition said get ready for this ascension. I bet you've been sensing the shift into the fifth dimension. You put us in position to help break this wicked system. No more sick agendas, no more missing children. Look at these Satanists. They stay hating us. I don't give a fuck though. I'm cutthroat and I keep it a hundo. We all go where one goes. But stop with the dumb jokes. You do not want gun smoke. I hit the block like Matumbo. Your shit gets swatted to the front row. I'ma switch directions. Let's talk about this regulation. Did you catch the hidden lesson? The word dominion fits the message. And who all made big investments to try and get this prick elected? I bet it's connected to some rich, twisted leftist. You people are sick and pathetic. You're finna regret everything that you've done to them kids. I bet that it's epic as soon as you step in the bus in your head and along with your friends. You don't get a medic, it's already finished. I started with every artery in it. You'll never be part of the army that's winning if you're involved in targeting children.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Very nice.
You can freaking spit like so fast.
That was awesome. That was really, really cool.
Hey, look, now we're really tiny.
I like this. Let's keep him there. Look how handsome he is. You need the handsome on here, too. There you go. Other side. That was excellent. So what your inspiration for that one was?
It's always the kids.
Right. I think that's all of this is to get them out and to help them to come to a world that's unmitigated.
Yeah, how can you just go about your day when there's things like that happening to children? Like it doesn't make sense to me.
I would agree with you on every level. Yep, on that. I have never understood that. Never. But I think that you will agree with me that when something is not in your range of vision, it's harder to imagine. If you haven't been beaten the way that I have been beaten, it would be harder for you to imagine it. Not impossible, but if you haven't seen it, it's harder. And the further away it's put through the programming that is clear from your mind, from reality, this is reality, right?
Right.
It's easier for that to take place. However, when people like you come on here and you're just innocent, you're just this beautiful, innocent young man. I know 30 is probably middle, but I think it's still young, even though it's so
it is 12 years younger than you. So.
I think you have an ability to touch people in a way that, Jamie and I do not, especially with I spit into sounds so weird coming out of my face when you rap like that. So, and then you're freaking really fast at it. Do you practice speaking
Every
like
day.
different tongue twisters and all of that to make
That's
sure
like
you get
very, it's very like on point, like precise on your words and everything. And it reminds me of Eminem, like how he does his stuff, and Tom McDonald.
Eminem is he's a goat.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying the way, like how fast he is on his words with a lot of his stuff that I've heard. That's just what it reminds me of. I don't listen to a bunch of his stuff. Like the only ones that I've really listened to is the.
I can do mine live. I don't need studio equipment. I don't have to do 3 or 4 takes.
That's true. That was all straight through.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's awesome, dude. I'm just saying what it reminded me of. But you know, it's just.
I appreciate it. I don't really like.
I was trying to compliment you.
I know I don't like those.
Well, get over it. Bud.
Too bad, because the blessing is too adorable and everybody loves it, and you're really good at it. We think that, you know, we want to put together a song, and we want you to do some of your rapping in the middle. And I have one that I've been working on actually myself. And I know. Ooh, I'm not going to rap. Cool. All right. Let's be clear. That's for Adam to do. I'm not going to do that. But I'm hoping, and this is me asking you live on air, and you can say no or you'll think about it. I see. They're just giving you compliments, kiddo. Will ya? Awesome. And I only wrote one rap in my entire life when I was 14. So I don't know if that counts.
Oh, is it the Mormon rap?
No, I did not write that one. That was not me. Although, thank you for the weird compliment. It was about drugs, remember? And my
remind me.
Nope. So I did that one time, and but I'm gonna want to do a little collaborating with you, because with that one you just did, there's one line that was super, super fast that I think you could push in the middle of what I already have there. Because you talk very fast. I love it. What's the fastest you can do? What's the thing you know to say the fastest? Because you have to have something you practice all the time, right?
I can do the alphabet.
Not really. I mean, it just really depends on the tempo of the beat and what words you use, because certain words roll better with others. That's true. Then that depends on the beat, you know?
Yes, so, but you say stuff fast often, so...
Let's see, that's the thing. If I had studio equipment and I could put a one sentence and then come through and do another take and then start off where I left right there without having to do it all in one take, it could be a little faster. But if you're doing it in one take, you have to, compensate for breathing, and you don't say certain words after a certain word, because I would have a lisp. So.
You would have a lisp?
Yeah, like I would. There's certain words that I just can't say together really fast. Yeah.
But you know your own strengths and your own weaknesses. So you know where things will fit. And this is what is the genius piece of it. And I think that is one huge step of action out of worry into hope. Because what can you do? Right. And maybe you can't right this second go and save a child, but what you can do is bring awareness with this. And to me, that is huge hope in action. Huge.
Right? Anything you can do that makes you happy, do it. Because if you're happy, you're sending out a good frequency, and that's helping everybody.
Absolutely. So when you say go about your day, right? Go about your day as if nothing's wrong. You don't mean go about your day and worry.
No, I mean people literally don't pay it no mind. Like it's cognitive dissonance.
Absolutely. It's complete fracturing. It's disassociation.
Yeah, with everything that's going on right now, all the evidence, and you still want to act like,
nothing's happening.
Or something like that, and it just gets under my skin sometimes. But I just have to understand they're still programmed.
For sure.
And it's hard for people to accept, I think.
Yeah, because they don't want to believe that somebody could do that to a child because they couldn't see themselves doing it.
Right.
I think that is a huge thing to bring up. I love that you said that, because a lot of people don't want to believe because they would never do it. But that's the same way.
That's exactly what Aunt Jacqueline said too. Because like with how everything is with us, and with everything that happened to you and everything, you know, Aunt Jacqueline said numerous times, I just can't wrap my head around it. I can't understand why somebody would do that to a little kid. You know, she has her grandkids there, and she's like, because one of them's 18 months old, and she's like, I just don't understand that. How can somebody, you know, I mean, get anything out of that, let alone want to do that to a child? You know, and
you gotta be a sick, soulless motherfucker to do some shit like that.
Absolutely.
And I swear to God, that I will beat you to death if I ever see anything like that. Right there on the spot. I don't care.
But I think that's the difference between, that's a really good defining line between somebody who has the possibility of becoming a really, really good light warrior and somebody who may choose to stay asleep. The line could be, I just can't wrap my head around that. I just don't see how someone could do that, because that's telling you right now that they couldn't even get their brain there. They are so far opposite of that. That's a beautiful thing. It's really hard to try and say, okay, I know that you're innocent in this, but I need you to know that that's because you are trusting in God or in light stuff. This is the darkness. This is the opposite of everything you are.
Right.
What is that? That's the opposite of everything you are. If you wouldn't do it, they would do it. And which you can't imagine, they would do. It's
worse.
So bad. Right. It's so bad.
Way worse than anybody could imagine.
But any light, any light, any light.
So any light
defeats darkness. Any light. The dimmest little tiny bitty light is still stronger than all of the darkness around it. Right?
Light is
darkness. Darkness cannot prevail.
Right? Light is information. Darkness is the lack of information.
And I also think that it's love, too. I think they're synonymous in a lot of ways. They're symbiotic at least, right?
Yeah.
So if we have support in love, then the light just goes there. You're going to want to know more. You're going to be more because you're being loved.
Right. That's why they say
both work together.
It's a higher frequency, because if you love yourself and you love everybody else, you know, there is no worry for a lie or, you know, something bad happening.
This is why I think it was so cool that Jamie picked this topic of worry, because when we're worrying, we feel drained instantly. It's just draining, and there's a sudden darkness that it's audible to me, and I know that doesn't equate, but can you guys hear when it's sunny outside? Do you know the difference between day sound and night sound? Think about that for a minute.
Now that you say that, I can usually tell, like even when all the blinds are shut, and not just because of the light coming through the things, but like I can usually tell. A lot of mine is like a temperature thing. Okay, even the temperature, like the pressure, I guess, or something inside the house is different with each seasonal thing that happens. Like when it's sunny, it's almost like more open feeling. Does that make sense? When it's cloudy, it's a more condensed feeling. And when it's nighttime and cloudy, then it's more condensed and more condensed. But you know, but
the pores open up.
Yeah.
There's so many things.
Yeah, and when it's I can tell, like right now it's kind of rainy-ish, but to me that brightens me up. I don't know why. Sometimes, but I love the cloudy weather. I love the moisture in the air that it brings. I love that kind of stuff, and which is why I love San Diego, because it's like that all the time, except for when it's really hot. And Oregon was like that too when I lived there. It's always like that unless it's not. And you know, it's true. Otherwise, it'd be false. And you know, we only speak in truth. So you know. What was that?
I made that face because AuntieB did.
Sure, Adam. Uh-huh. No, but it's just, it. But yeah.
So you were understanding.
I was saying yes, I understand.
Yeah. Okay, so you're awesome.
The other thing is, if you're worried about something, you're not living in the now.
True. You're living in the possibility of what could happen. The fear of the future rather than the possibilities of the future.
Do scary things happen right now?
Well, yeah.
Are scary things happening now? Right now.
To you or me?
To me. I mean, yeah, I'm moving. So that's scary.
That's true.
Why does it have to be scary?
It doesn't have to be. I am saying how it feels.
Mm-hmm.
That for me is true. But am I afraid? No.
So you sit there and think, why is it a scary feeling? What's scary about it?
Everything is changing.
The unknown?
Change is scary. No. This isn't the unknown. I thought it would be. And it's really not. It's not unknown at all. And the scary thing to me is that it's really far and all the different things like that. But I am not afraid. That's the difference. Is it a scary situation? Yes. Am I afraid? No.
Maybe you should.
Is my heart broken? Yeah.
Don't think of it as scary though. Just think of it as just a change, because every thought has a frequency. And
true, but to deny the truth, okay, I could change my perspective on it, but the first things that come out are the truth at the moment. I can change my perspective, absolutely, but I'm not going to say that that's not how it was when that's exactly how it was when I said it. Does that make sense to you? I don't think there's value in denying the truth.
Yeah, no.
But we can change our perspective, absolutely. You're right.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to get to is that programming. We've been taught that, change is scary, or, the unknown is scary, or whatever. Like,
right. And you can change your perspective. Absolutely. 100%. But I think you have to start from a place that's true.
Yeah. I agree.
And a place that's false.
That's because that don't exist. Or does it, Adam?
There's truth.
Does false exist? Is there a false place? Are we there now?
Ooh, that's a deep question.
I'm going to defer over to my partner. He's not here right now.
Who's not here? Dom, where are you at? We need to have... I don't know if that's defer. We could put a philosophical spin on everything. But I agree that the positive and the raising your vibration stuff is helping. Right? If you're worried about something, don't deny the worry. Right? Don't say it doesn't exist.
Talk it out.
Trying to get from one place to another.
Yeah.
Right? Start with truth. As much as we can. You got to prove
it yourself, number one. So you got to think about, why is that worrying you?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. The prison planet is a false place.
What's that?
That's it. Yeah, Untold Story, or Story Untold, says the prison planet is the false place. What's the prison planet?
I believe
I'm here, he says.
3D concept, this box they have people trapped in.
I believe that with all my heart. This box thing. Oh, everybody just climb out of them. Just open it up, jump out, light it on fire. No more boxes. No more.
No more boxes for you.
Or,
I got a lot of boxes.
Fly it somewhere. Destroy it however you'd like. Transfer the energy into something yummy and eat it. I don't know. Whatever it is that you want to do. Get out of the box. Right. Out of the box. Out of it. There's something I was supposed to say. Dom! You?
Dom.
Sure. Yeah. Everybody loves that. Dom is the best. Dom, I need to hear from you today. You promised. It's a value promise on air and everything. I need to hear from you, man.
Said yesterday or today, and it wasn't yesterday, evidently.
That's why I'm reminding him. Promises are important, and I try to help people keep them.
Ooh, Kim's asking what the black cube is. If we know what it is.
That's something to do with Moloch and Baal, the child sacrifice.
Oh.
There's so many things with that. Do you know that black square that they were talking about? That was the art, the art piece in the Second World War. You know what I'm talking about, Adam? Do you know, Jamie?
Nope.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I would suggest that you look it up because that's a whole long discussion, and we only have like 4 minutes. Unless you want to sum it up.
What about that black cube people wear on their head when they graduate college?
Oh, or high school.
Mine was blue. It can be any color, but yeah, you're right. It's usually covered. It's in everything. It touches every aspect, but it doesn't mean everything is false. It means everything's a bit tainted. And that's up to us to figure it out.
So what is the black cube?
Adam is breathing. It's good to breathe. Good to breathe, kiddo. Go ahead. I know you want to say something. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, if you're putting your energy into a system that you know is not doing any good, then you're not doing any good.
What if there are innocent people in that system who need your help?
They're still. What do you mean?
Well, what do you mean? Because you're saying a system, just any system. I'm thinking like school system or like in church systems, things where there's innocence. What do you do with it?
Well, the innocence, there's an age limit for that, I believe.
Do you?
Is there?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna how old are we talking? I'm saying 6, 7, 8.
Someone who's never been exposed to the truth that you've been exposed to, would you not consider them innocent? If they had no way to be exposed to it.
Yeah, well, what I was saying is a child's intention isn't bad,
Agreed.
So I guess I shouldn't have said it like that.
I love you. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to trap you. I just want to understand. So you go ahead. I'm going to
figure out how I need to word this. And my uncle's over here revving this motorcycle up. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I swear.
Is it distracting you?
I think any form of innocence needs to be protected.
Yeah.
Whether it be mentally or physically.
Children are the most.
Right.
There's teachers. There's people, there's grown people that know what they're doing, when they're taking their kids to school or so the whole system is rigged for that.
I agree. So what do we do? Take down the system.
That's tough because everybody could drop what they're doing right now and we can end this today.
I think so. And I think it'll ultimately come to similar things.
Yeah,
there's standards on this thing, the platform. We're going to keep it here. But yeah, it's going to come to that.
Well, I mean, I don't want to just say it is going to, it's headed that way. But I mean, I believe they're not going to let that happen because they're trying to save as many people as they can.
I'm talking about prayer. I'm talking about people going out into the street, holding hands across the whole world. The mightiest lifting of vibrations kind of stuff. We're going to go. I'm not saying guns a-blazing. I'm not saying, you know what I mean?
My bad. Yeah,
no, it's okay. Yeah. I could have made it not sound that way.
Yeah, if we all did it, I mean, today it'd be over.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Wherever we go outside and bless the ground, we're reclaiming it. We're both doing it. Keep going. You're good.
People don't want to believe anything's going on. They're ready to get back to normal. They're ready to get back to their job and being a slave, I guess. But at some point, it's gonna bust open, right? And it's the energy is getting so high right now. It's almost like you can feel it, like it's about to.
Yeah,
it's crazy. See, we have the Great Awakening. They're gonna have a rude awakening.
Pretty much. The longer you wait, the harder it's going to be because it's going to be a lot less time to process.
These people don't want to admit that they're wrong. That's ego. And it ain't about being right or wrong. It ain't about somebody knows more than you or whatever. It's that we want you to understand what's going on so you can make it with us because we love you.
We cannot take the system down in the same way that they built it up.
Dun, dun.
It's warring.
Exactly.
It has to be done in love.
Exactly.
I agree. Yeah, I'm not with any violence.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She was just confirming what we had agreed.
Yes.
See, look at that. It's beautiful. You know, I think love is the answer. And I think it's the thing that builds all of us up. It feeds us. It nourishes us. It makes the sunrise and the sunset go around in a circle or not, whatever that is. It makes us grow. And we have the ability to love each other because of everything that surrounds us in God that's in each one of us. Love is the answer to everything. We can have little squabbles here and there and try and figure little things out. But when it comes right down to it, I love you guys. You guys love me. And that's why we're here. That's why we're here to do this. That's what makes this light.
Mm-hmm.
And what makes people argue? Like what drives conflict? That's
lots of things.
People need to ask themselves. Yeah, it says. Oh my bad, I didn't mean to do that. I thought you was about to say something, and then I think my computer froze for like half a second.
Oh,
you're good. I was just saying.
I'm gonna stop. I'm
just saying, like what you said, what causes arguments and everything. I think it's a combination between influenced by the dark side, our own egos,
I think
pain, yeah, for sure. Pain caused by ourselves and pain caused by others, and it's it's a bunch of different things. Hate, jealousy, fear drives conflicts. Yeah.
Right. And why is that stuff around? You know, how did it get here?
The evil ones.
We're meant to love. Like we're not meant to fight or anything. So how did them first evil thoughts get around? You know, that's kind of stuff I'd like to know. Because it started somewhere.
I think it started in the Garden of Eden.
I think the whole planet was the Garden of Eden.
Huh?
I think the whole planet was a Garden of Eden.
Okay.
And then it turned to not be.
You have my vote. You have my vote for that, sir.
Yes. We're trying to get back to the garden. But, you know.
I agree. When Eva was introduced, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the teachings have still carried on because we have the same fallibility. But what the darkness doesn't plan on is people actually choosing to love. They think they've got us in such a stronghold, so much fear, so much degradation, so much humiliation, so much suppression that you're not going to realize one day that you have a choice and you make the other one. Oh,
but that's what's so glorious about what's going on right now,
right?
Because they did have everybody.
Oh man, 20 years ago, when I was trying to come out and tell people this stuff, 20 years ago, when I would say anything about it, I was the crazy one. If I had said the stuff that I had said yesterday on air to somebody out there 20 years ago, I would have been locked up a lot longer than I was. I didn't say stuff half that crazy sounding to them, but I didn't stop saying it.
And that's sad.
To now, the awakening that has taken place, not just this last year, not the last 5 years, but in the last 20 years, is so incredible because you're 30 and you're here, right? You're here. You're having these very intelligent conversations and you're just like, that's cool. I don't like that, but I like that. And this is how I see it. And I love you. You're just very matter of fact. It's just very cool, and you're intelligent. And I think that is so beautiful because it's just going to get better.
Right.
For you, but for us all.
That.
You were like 10.
Yep.
You were like 10 20 years ago.
You
had no idea about any of this stuff, did you?
No.
And now here you are.
That's a dog.
There's a dog.
There's a doggy.
Here you are means you go away for a little while. Apparently. In Tennessee or Loganville or I don't know where he is.
Louisiana.
Loganville. I don't even know.
And exactly how you feel, Bree. I went through exactly the same. Everyone thought I was nuts.
Yeah.
Rip the blinders off and they will see. I think they have to rip their own blinders off. What happens if he gets in a med bed? Will he become an infant? I don't know. I think if they
I heard something
I don't
about
think
that.
they have to always have the age reduction one.
Yeah, I think they won't let you go past a certain age because they don't babysit.
Brie, I think that's why your face is so youthful.
Because nobody wants to babysit me? I'm confused.
No. when you're in them. And everybody always thought you were younger than me.
Oh, right. Forever. Oh, my goodness. Adam, it is always a delight having you here. Not only did we win by getting you to blush like 17 times, because that's our highest number so far. Right? I don't know why I picked it, but I'm pretty sure that was close or accurate. I think that you have a profound ability to reach people in a way that we don't. And we love that about you. We both do. And I still think you remind me of my son. So that's just going to always be my thing. But we love you. And happy birthday tomorrow. Any big plans?
No, I don't have any big plans. I'll probably be chilling here. My brother might come over or something, but other than that.
Do you guys do big things for birthdays?
No cake, no ice cream, or I don't know what you eat. Juice, I don't know.
Your favorite meal?
Are you a wheat guy? I don't know what you eat. Celery, put peanut butter on it. I don't know.
Do you eat meat?
No, I don't eat meat.
You don't eat meat?
Do you have lettuce outside? You can roll it up.
Yeah, I'll go get some
burger.
I
get some rhubarb. Rhubarb. No, rhubarb.
Okay, one at a time. I can't understand both of you. Okay, and go at him.
What's the question?
What are you celebrating with? What's your meal?
What would be your favorite meal? Pasta.
Crab legs.
No, that's meat.
You guys are so much alike. So
I love crab legs though.
Nice.
They're so yummy. Or lobster.
Lobster. Isn't that meat?
Yep. Yeah. I wouldn't eat it, but if I could choose it, that would be mine.
If you could choose it, you can choose it.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
But it's not an option for me anymore. I can't.
So what are you doing now? So what do you enjoy that you're eating now?
I honestly don't eat that much. I drink a lot of milk. I eat eggs.
That's why he's so skinny.
What was that?
Well, you're not fat. I'm not saying you don't have muscles. I'm just saying you're skinny.
I am a smaller stature.
Smaller statue?
Stature. Oh, man.
Statue.
Awesome. Well, we hope you have a really, really great birthday.
Yeah.
Well, I already have. It's glorious. I have nothing to complain about.
Wonderful. That's good.
Wonderful.
How old is your dog?
3.
3? Very cool.
All righty. Should we pray it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
My cat came over
I
early.
appreciate the birthday wishes from y'all and everybody in the chat.
They're loving at you.
Yeah, I told you my cat came
Cancers
over
rule. Okay. Just so everybody knows. They're the best.
Nice.
Yeah, right. Cancers are awesome. All righty. So we are going to pray. We are going to lift our voices, our intentions, our hearts, the vibration of the world in this prayer. Okay? We're going to send out love to each one of you as you send love out to each one of us. And we're going to let that love get into the middle of us and just rebound out as far as it'll go. And we're going to touch everybody is around the world, okay? It's just going to go around the world and just keep going, just like a big ripple. What is happening up there laughing,
I
girl?
don't know. Sorry, he's like combing my hair.
Okay, then. All right, so that's what we were going to do. And we're going to send Adam an extra burst of it just because birthdays, and that's what we need on our birthdays. Celebrate. And do you have anything to add to that, Adam?
I hope everybody has a glorious day. You are all beautiful. You're all light. Shine.
There you go.
So are you. Beautiful souls, excellent. Every single one of us.
All right, Jamelia, you're up.
Okay. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever.
Bravo. Nice.
All right. And
you're blessed.
That's good enough. That's right. Tammy's here. Got to give her some sprinkles. Yes, very good, very good. And let's do just for Adam here. Just for Adam. Happy birthday, Adam. Happy birthday.
Wait. Ready? Here's your birthday one. You ready? God, open your face.
Open your face, apparently.
Open your face. You ready?
Oh, hit me.
Okay, you ready? Here it comes. Wow.
That was fast.
I know. You should catch it.
I caught every guys. One of those. I didn't even see it.
Yeah, that's how it works. Just absorbed right into you. It's like not on your clothes, nothing. Like that.
Okay, Bree.
Love you, kiddo.
You too. I
just want to love you.
It's coming.
I do it.
Ready? I went faster than that.
Very much.
Your connection is very slow.
A lot of passion in that. There's a lot of passion in that.
All the time in my eyes.
Every time.
In the face.
In the face.
Oh, all right. I'm going to get packing my car up. So,
all right.
You guys have a great day.
Good luck.
Love y'all.
Be careful.
Love you, Adam. Thank you for being here.
I love y'all also.
I love you, Sabrina.
I love you both. And everybody in the chat room.
Oh man, that's a lot of love.
Namaste.
Wow.
And now, the reason we got out of bed this morning. For music and the spoken giggles, Singing Mama and Auntie B are our very own soul